Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Vinyl Obscura. Today I am reviewing a 1974 album called Silent Passage by Bob Carpenter. Bob Carpenter, not to be confused with a member of the Nitty Gritty Band, was a Canadian folk musician who was born in 1945 on a reservation 240 miles north of Toronto. The album Silent Passage, his one and only album, was recorded in 1974. Even with Emmylou Harris providing backup, the record was shelved. It wasn't released until a full decade later on a tiny label, and by that time, Bob Carpenter had moved on from music. Bob's voice is strong, sounding both weary of the world and resigned to his fate. I liken it to more of a hobo version of Bob Dylan. Where Carpenter really shines are his powerful lyrics and arrangements, so much so that the songs were covered by other artists like Billy Joe Shaver. There's also a spiritual element, a reflection of life painted with vivid imagery. There is some 1970s overproduction here, strings and horns, that take away from the purity that Carpenter was seeking, but it's best to just roll with the sound. They add color and drama to the music that is already ripe with meaning. Sadly, Bob Carpenter died of brain cancer in 1995.
Before the war I had no need for traveling. Indeed, I do not know what made it so important to leave. And after all this time, I found that I'm avoiding me for nothing more or less than fear of what I have to gain from staying in the clear. Although it's only coming home that brings you near. Master John, my brother, is a sailor. In the first light of morning, an army I have gathered beneath the great mountain where all men had fallen, where Christ was a soldier, soon to be forgotten. And I have come the sword and heavy armor, where he was dressed in wonder. And I have come to search for just an hour, where he is gone forever. I can't imagine, that's my problem. I'm searching always for better weather. The coast is rough and the tide is running. I'll chase my shadow till I remember the fine and free days have gone to storming. I spend my time with joy and sorrow. If you thought that I was brave to look into your eyes that way, I never had a thing to say. You know, I just arrived, and I was only half this bad before I knew the choice we had. So don't be angry, don't be sad, if nothing should survive. And if you still decide to call, I hope that you remember when you stood outside the paper wall long enough to count to 10. I can't explain
Sound quality 4 out of 5. Surprisingly good given the small label. Sleeve quality 3 out of 5. A simple sleeve with the lyrics printed on the back. Artistic quality 4.5 out of 5. This is a gem that only recently has become known to a larger audience. One of my favorite folk albums.